Okay, so you've presented atheists with the question, can you prove God wrong? And the short answer is no, not really. And the reason being is that God is a hypothesis which is extremely hard to falsify. But I am going to do my best and provide a little bit of evidence to suggest that God doesn't exist. Well, God being a supernatural being within the universe. Okay, so the most valid argument I can think of right now is matter and antimatter, sort of. What I mean by this is matter, which is everything that we can touch, and everything that we observe. It's matter, and it can't be created and it can't be destroyed. Obviously, creationism believes that the world was created, and the universe was created, and everything within the world was created by a super-invasive being known as God. But scientifically, you can't just argue against the fact that matter can't be created or destroyed. It's always changed, transformed from something to another. You burn something, it doesn't just go. It combusts, it changes into another substance and fills the air. I don't know a better way of putting that, but that's just an example. Even chemical processes like, I don't know, toasting bread makes it toast. You can't change it back into bread, but it's something else. You haven't created toast, you've changed bread into toast. So matter, even toast is matter, oh that's just whatever. But matter can't be created and it can't be destroyed. You can't destroy anything and you can't create anything. Same with energy, you can't create energy out of nothing. It has to come from somewhere. So moving swiftly on to another valid argument that I think I might have to suggest that God doesn't exist. So the Bible states, correct me if I'm wrong, that God is infinite, which must mean that he didn't have a beginning, he was just always there. The Bible also states, correct me if I'm wrong, that the universe is existence, and anything outside of the universe isn't existence, it's non-existent. Now we know from modern science that the universe isn't infinite, it's finite. It has an amount of stars in it which does end. It's a massively incomprehensible number, but it's not infinite. The space around the universe, however, some believe, is infinite. So if God was infinite, he wouldn't be able to exist inside the universe, because the universe wouldn't be able to sustain anything infinite. For example, let's say I got a piece of paper and I started writing a number and I called it infinity. I'd write a 1 and then followed by a few zeros and keep on going, adding zeros onto the end forever. When I got to the end of a page, I'd get a new page and keep on writing with zeros. I wouldn't be able to fit all of the pages within the universe because it would go on forever. You wouldn't be able to fit all of the pages within the universe. It would have to be outside of the universe, which according to the Bible is outside of existence. So if God is infinite, his thought processes, his existence would be it would be infinite. So it would have to be outside of the universe. So going by the Bible's definition, I think, I haven't actually read the Bible, but I've just heard it from the internet, outside of the universe is non-existence, and if God is outside of the universe, he's non-existent. It doesn't really sound that logical, but it's a valid argument, in my opinion. Another valid argument, of course, is evolution, and please don't just switch off because I've said evolution. It's a logical process in which animals evolved. You can't just brush it aside because it doesn't conform to what you've always been taught as a child. Think about it. Jesus performed all these miracles. He got 3 loaves of bread, was it? And 2 pieces of fish, something like that. And he turned it into a load of fish and bread. Out of nothing. He created fish, he created bread. A man survived in the belly of a fish. All this, it's like fairy tales. I wouldn't go into that. I wouldn't say that it's fairy tales. But what I'm trying to say is, you believe all this, but evolution just blows your mind. I just don't understand it. It's like scientific logic, which is evolution, natural selection, is just nothing compared to the Bible. And that's all I can really think of. The point of your video, you are saying that no atheists could come up with any kind of valid arguments against the existence of God. Well, I've provided you with 3. Even if only one of them was valid, I did my best. Take what you want from what I've said, but I think it's fairly valid. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me. My name is Henry Sumner. Goodbye.